Hi again, Artemesis here, back with another 5th gen Wi-Fi battle, this time against Elo, which I had this battle against him on the Battle for Charity livestream, and it's with my UU team again, which I kind of need a new team. I think, no, well, I kind of like this team as well, so I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, he leads with the desk clubs, and against my Porygon C, I don't think I'll be able to do much to him, so I'm gonna switch out into Kwandaoren66 as he switches out into Cobalion. So now this is a great matchup for me, so I'm gonna just set up Trick Room as he double switches back into Sigilif. Now I think that Sigilif is gonna set up either Cosmic Power or Calm Mind or something, so I'm just gonna set up my own nasty plots to kind of neutralize if he wants to set up. But now after a nasty plot I go for Shadow Ball, which he resists by going into Sosbak. And so there I'm gonna fire off a Hidden Power Fighting, which he then switches into Zapdos, and yeah, so there's a lot of switching going on. But now I just go for a safe move all the time, just thinking that something's gonna die eventually if I just hit enough stuff with stuff. Yeah. Anyway, he uses Metal Sound, so I'm thinking that it's time to get out of here, at least now that Trick Room's up. So I go into my Flygon, which I usually do when Trick Room ends, unless he has like a Milotic out or something. And speaking of Milotic, here comes a Milotic, and I hit him with a Stone Edge, which crits, so that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter because he has Recover. So now I switch into my Slowking in case of Ice Beam. I could have gone into Executor, but I figured that Ice Beam would probably do a lot to my Executor, so I didn't want to risk it. So Sigilif is out, so I'm thinking, freeze setup something or other. So I go for my nasty plot as he goes for Calm Mind, and I'm thinking that he can't really hurt me with just one Calm Mind, so I'm gonna go for the second nasty plot. And now with a +4, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna KO at least something. So I go for his Surf, and he goes into Milotic to sponge that Surf, which he doesn't really take that well. Of course, it is +4, and Slowking has Beast special attack, at least with max in EVs and such. So now I'm gonna finish him off with a Psychic. I could have gone for Surf, predicting a switch, but well, I didn't wanna risk max min damage screwing me over. So yeah, now that Zapdos is out and Trick Room is up, I go back into my Flygon to take the Thunderbolt well, and I go for I just go for Stone Edge. No, actually I don't. I go for Earthquake, predicting him to switch into Cobalion. Actually, yeah, because I knew he couldn't stay in, and because he can't hurt me because he switched out last time. Yeah. So I go into Kwandaoren66 because I know I can probably take him with a couple of Shadow Balls, but he uses Sub and Pain Split, which is new. I haven't seen. Well, it's not that new per se, but this set I haven't seen before with Curse, which kind of surprised me. I was expecting Will-O-Wisp or something. So, and I actually predicted him to switch there, so I went for Hidden Power Fighting, which just screws me even more over. So after a couple of mispredictions there, I'm gonna pretty much just use the safe move after this. So yeah, I go for a Shadow Ball now, and he switches into Zapdos, which takes it fairly well. Well, it did a nice chunk, so I figured I'm safe in switching into Rhyperior, which, you know, he can't really hurt me unless he has Hidden Power Grass, which I don't think lots of them have anyway. But yeah, now that Trick Room ends, I'm forced to switch into something, and I know that he's gonna go for Pain Split, but all my guys had full health, so I figured I'd just go for send out Executor to because he hadn't been out yet, and I could set up Trick Room with him. And now that Saucebuck is out here, I'm gonna hit him with a Hidden Power Fire, which he lives with a smidgen of health. So, and he finished me off with a double edge, but he dies off himself to recoil. So it's not all bad. My Executor did some work at least. And it's a blind switch into, so I go into my Slowking, figuring I could take advantage of the Trick Room. But unfortunately he goes into Zapdos, so I switch back into my Porygon and go for a Ice Beam. But unfortunately I get fully paralyzed, so I lose some damage on this Dusclops, and I'm looking at the damage, and I think I can take out a substitute with a Ice Beam. So I go for another one, as he goes for Pain Split to get a bit of damage, I mean health back. And luckily I take out the substitute after a special attack race, and this Cobalion takes a nice chunk from Ice Beam as well. So I figured I could save Porygon Seed for later, so I go into Slowking on the predicted close combat, but he goes for Stone Edge, which actually does nice chunk to my Slowking. So I figured I'd just go for the Trick Room to, you know, it's just what I do. I mean, Trick Room, it's like the best move for me to make at any time if Trick Room's not up already. So I go for that, and then switch into Rhyperior to take the Thunderbolt, which of course I know is coming because it's what Zapdos does, unless he does Roost. He could maybe Toxic Stall me, but well, I go for Sword Stance, predicting him to switch, and I just want to get some setup. And I go for Earthquake. I really wanted to go for the Stone Edge, but I couldn't risk it, so I went for Earthquake, and it didn't quite pay off. But I go for Stone Edge now, and it's able to kill off the Dusclops with a useless crit. So now that Trick Room ends, I'm thinking that he can't kill me off with one shot anyway, so I'm gonna try to stay in and go for a Stone Edge, because I am +2, so it's bound to kill him, but I miss, so I'm switching out into Flygon now to take him out with a Stone Edge, but Flygon hasn't the best attack, so I'm only doing like 70% of his health or something, which, you know, it's great, but he actually goes for Roost, so that sucks. I mean, I don't want to be in a big stall war, because I'm bound to lose. I mean, I'm bound to miss a Stone Edge at one point, but yeah. Now he goes for Air Slash, and I don't want to risk staying in and missing and him hitting me, and yeah, so I switch into my Slowking, and he switches into Cobalion, which, wait, did I predict that? I'm not sure if I predicted that or not. It could be. It is a while since I had this battle, but yeah. So I go for Trick Room, and then proceed to Psychic, I think. Yeah, I Psychic. I should have gone for a Surf, because of course Steel resists Psychic, but I didn't think about that. So I just thought fighting. I'm gonna use Psychic, but of course I believe Surf would do more, but not by much. It would still be a 2-hit KO, so it doesn't really matter. And now he sends out Sigilyph, and I'm thinking that this is a great opportunity to just set up and then proceed to sweep, well, sweep, I don't know if you can call it a sweep, killing 2 Pokemon, but killing off Sigilif and Zapdos with this Slowking. So after a Nasty Plot, I'm gonna take him out with a Surf, which I actually didn't expect it to kill, but of course he is the Calm Mind variant, so he's probably running max special defense. No, I mean max defense. And here I'm gonna risk staying in, even though Trick Room's up, and just trying to get up Trick Room again. And I actually live, which is great, and then proceed to kill him off with a +2 Surf. So yeah, that was a great game, Elo. It was really long, but I had a lot of fun. So yeah, hope you liked this, and see you later.